Hello, Oakstem champions. Welcome to Oakstem Parenting Series. In today's episode, we're going to dive deep into practical strategies for raising confident, compassionate, and resilient children. So, whether you're a parent navigating the challenges of discipline or looking for ways to strengthen the bond between you and your child, or rather, seeking for tips on managing daily parenting routines, we got you covered. Join us as we explore the power of positive reinforcement, effective communication, and mindful parenting practices. Our aim is to inspire and equip you with tools that will enable you to create that loving and supportive environment where your child can thrive. Having said that, what exactly is positive parenting? Positive parenting is about encouraging strong emotional bond or connection between you and your child. So basically, it's about building trust, promoting self discipline, and guiding children towards desirable behavior instead of just punishing them for the negative ones. So, one of the key principles of positive parenting is recognizing the fact that children are still learning to navigate the world. They are not little adults, okay? They're still in the process of developing skills and coping mechanisms that they will take into adulthood. So our role as parents is to guide them through this process, okay? And then being with them throughout this journey, it's make a lot of difference in the kind of personality, they turn out to be in life. So let's look at some practical strategies or techniques that you can implement in your daily parenting routines. One of these techniques is positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is about recognizing and rewarding desirable behavior. Okay, instead of focusing majorly on what your child does wrong. We're not saying you should neglect the negative behaviors completely, but you put in more energy into what they do right and then try to praise them so they will be able to exhibit or showcase more of those behaviors. So let's link up with this narrative so we have a clearer understanding of what positive reinforcement can do to the child's actions and then reactions.
Layla's kind deed. The Maina family had always valued kindness and cooperation. One sunny Saturday morning, while everyone was busy cleaning up after breakfast, 6-year-old Layla noticed her little brother struggling to put away his toys. Without being asked, she walked over, knelt down, and gently helped him pick up the blocks and place them in the toy bin. Her mother, who had quietly watched from the kitchen, smiled. She walked over and knelt beside Layla. "Layla, that was so thoughtful of you to help your brother," she said warmly. "You showed kindness and responsibility, Anne. That makes our family stronger." "Thank you." Layla beamed with pride. That evening, her parents presented her with a kindness star to put on the fridge, a small sticker with a glittery gold star, part of a family tradition to recognize acts of care and cooperation. From then on, Layla looked for opportunities to be helpful, whether it was setting the table or comforting her brother after a fall. She began repeating those positive actions, not for the reward, but because it made her feel good and valued. How positive reinforcement helped. Layla's behavior was nurtured through positive reinforcement, her mother's timely praise, and the symbolic reward of the kindness star. These responses acknowledged Layla's actions, reinforcing that kindness and initiative were both seen and appreciated. Over time, this led to the development of consistent, desirable behavior, driven by intrinsic motivation, supported by a warm and encouraging environment.
Another important technique that we need to look into is active listening. In active listening, when your child is speaking to you or talking to you, you are expected to give them your full attention. This entails you dropping your phone, disengaging from whatever activity you're having at that moment, and making eye contact, engaging yourself with what he or she is saying, and then this does not just make them feel valued and respected, but it also model a kind of good communication skills. And also this enables a parent to have a clearer understanding of what the situation is all about, and they're able to provide more appropriate solution to the problem at hand. We can also exploit setting clear expectations. At times, we parents we make vague groups, and then we just, you know, it kind of get the children confused on what to do or what not to do. So setting clear expectation is just enabling you to be more specific with what you want or what you expect your child to do at that particular moment. For example, you walk into your child's room and the whole place has been messed up. Instead of saying, come, try to be responsible, you keep singing the same thing, and then the child doesn't really get the picture of what you're saying. I think it's more appropriate you tell the child, okay, I can see that your room is been totally messed up, but I want this place cleaned up before dinner. Okay, in saying that, your child now understand, oh yeah, this is expected of me. I'm supposed to do this before so time, and that kind of make them have sense of understanding and taking sense of responsibility to get things done when they should have done that. We can also exploit the act of timing instead of timeout. Okay, this entails that instead of sending your child, to what we call naughty corner or locking them up in a room all in the name of punishment, it's more appropriate to like call them, to sit with them and have a talk. Okay, in that process, you're discussing with your child their actions, their behavior, the mistakes they've made, and then you try to guide them through on how to know to behave more appropriately, or how to showcase and exhibit more desirable, behavior. In doing that, the child gets to understand clearly what she or he has done wrong, and they tend to take corrections from there. These techniques usually foster kind of build in higher emotional intelligence in the children, and also foster more connection and bond between you, the parents, and the children. Managing challenging behavior. Okay, it's normal for every parent to face challenging behavior from their children. Absolutely normal. Okay, but when this moment comes, all you need to do is for you to be able to deal with it as much as possible with empathy. Okay, this is where you try to like ask some questions like, what is my child actually going through? What is it feeling right now? Okay, in doing that, you're able to address the need, okay, of that child, not just the behavior, and in that way validate their feelings and make them articulate what they're actually passing through at that moment. This can go further to make them act better, or act differently some other time. Another important technique is having family meetings. Now, positive parenting is not just about one-on-one interaction or discussion. You can have a family meeting from time to time where everybody is given the opportunity to air their minds or say what they feel about a particular situation, or express themselves freely. This is one practice that fosters effective communication. As children engage in such activities, they learn the importance of listening to others, which in the other way around help them build better communication skills, and they're able to resolve most of these behavioral issues in the family. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that positive parenting is not about being a perfect parent. It's all about making progress. And patience is key here. You need to be patient with yourself and then with your child. Every day presents a new opportunity for you to learn and grow together. Okay, I'll encourage you to pick from one of today's techniques and then try to implement it this week. Just ensure that you reflect on how it's able to influence or change your interaction with your child. And please do not forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how little it is. Okay, thank you for joining me today on Oakstem Parenting Series. If you enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and then leave a review. I have loved to hear your thoughts and any positive parenting techniques that have worked for you. Okay, until next time, keep nurturing that bond between you and your little ones. Bye.